Hi guys, it's Jared with Party Intent Rental Insight. I just wanted to show you guys our stake puller. This is the JackJaw 502 model, I believe, which is one of their larger models that they have. So I just want to show you guys how this system works. It's a leverage-based system. So what you do is put the stake in between the teeth, they call them teeth right here, and then you just use the leverage and the lever right here to pull it right out of the ground. I'll definitely show you guys some examples. So what we have going on here as well, you can extend the base plate of the JackJaw. If the ground is soft and you're sinking in, or you need to be further up. If you need the teeth to be further up on the JackJaw, you can extend the plate. I believe there's only one setting for that. I can double check right now. Yeah, so there's only one setting for that. Well, I guess two settings, the original and then the extended. And you can also, I'm not sure if this is on all models or just the 502, if it's the 502, it might be the 504. But you can actually extend the lever, the arm of the lever as well. I want to say this has 3 settings to it. So this comes out, if you have a stake that's really in there, this will just offer more leverage. So I'm just trying to see how many options they have. Yeah, so it's 2, it's it's 3. So you can have this length, or what I usually have it at is just standard. And I haven't had any troubles with it on this length. Granted, I don't do a crazy amount of tents, so I'm sure I'll run into something eventually. I believe the teeth slowly wear down because it is metal on metal, and if you slip or something, it just slowly deteriorates them. So JackJaw does sell replacement teeth if needed. And I haven't had any problems with this yet, but like I said, I'm not doing a massive amount of volume yet in terms of stake pulling or tents in general. So I don't really know, maybe it will end up breaking on me, but so far I love it. So I want to show you guys a few examples. This is a 42-inch stake with a 1-inch diameter, double-headed stake. That's what we have in the ground in the middle here. I just want to show you guys how deep in the ground that is and the diameter. I mean, this is a very standard size for a tent stake, especially on larger tents. I have a few smaller tents. Actually, most of my tents are small right now, and I believe the height of these smaller stakes are 30 inches or possibly 36 inches, and they're 3/4 inch diameter. So we'll start with the smaller one. We have one down here. This is a smaller stake with a 3/4 inch diameter, and this model does, I believe it's anywhere from 3/4 inch to 1.25 inches in diameter. I could be wrong. You can definitely check out all the stats on their website. So what you do is you open it up, so you'll hold it like this because that releases the teeth down here. So that's going to open the channel up, if you will. And then I put my foot on it because as you crank it, the plate will slowly slip away from the stake. So I hold my foot there. I have it opened up with the teeth in between the shaft of the stake, and then you literally just crank. And the ratio, the leverage gives you such an advantage, when pulling stakes. It comes right out of the ground. So that just got me I just crank it until it looks loose, and then I give it a try. So that one came right out. In some cases it looks like it's out, but it's not. So you might have to go back with this and give it a few more cranks, or just go back to a sledgehammer and slam all around it. So this is our next. This is a bigger one. This is the 1-inch diameter. And I intentionally didn't slam this all the way into the ground. So some guys will slam it all the way in. I do it like this because I can then grab the shaft of the stake with the teeth of the JackJaw. Otherwise, it would be more complicated, for me at least. Plus, they do have an adapter. So for example, if this was all the way on the ground you know, if my hand's the ground, they have an adapter that goes over the stake. It just grabs it like this, and there's a rod connected to it, so the JackJaw can grab the rod and act as the stake, and it pulls it out of the ground. So that's something I don't have yet. I might invest in that, because if we ever need to slam them this deep because of soil conditions, I'm sorry, deeper than that, then it would be beneficial to have the adapter so I don't have to struggle getting it out. In this case, I didn't go that deep, so we can just grab around the shaft. So same thing we did there, put on the base plate, and you literally just push down on this. It's super easy. In some conditions, I haven't dealt with it yet. I'm sure it would be difficult even with this piece of machinery. You know, if it's root bound, so between roots, or you know, jammed into a rock, I don't know how well this would do. I haven't dealt with that yet, but you might have to revert. So you might have to revert back to a sledgehammer. Worst comes to worst. So you just give this a couple of cranks, and then once it feels loose and looks loose, I'll give it a try. Just go over, and then the act of twisting it can release suction. So as I go up, sometimes I do that, as it gets suction in between, you know, in the dirt. And then now, if this is one more example for you guys, if you have a stake that is angled, so we have this stake angled going this way, what you do here is you go behind it and you just angle the JackJaw, and same thing, just pull right out. And it comes right out. So again, I love this thing. I plan on having it in my inventory for a long time. Eventually, I will get an automatic stake puller. It's not a jack. It's completely different than a JackJaw, but that's for massive jobs where you're doing tons of stakes. But for what I'm doing, this thing's been awesome. So yeah, that's how you do that. And if you guys have any questions, just comment below. Thank you.